Through all my years of self-improvement and slowly getting towards my goals, I've realized that one of the main superpowers that really matters is all in your mind. It really doesn't have much to do with your physical ability or even money, though money does help and definitely physical ability helps. But really it is your mind, your ability to keep your mind focused on a goal. If you can learn to keep your focus on your specific task that you're learning or the specific task that you're trying to do, if you can hone in, then you basically are guaranteed to succeed at whatever it is that you want to do. You think about most people, they're trying to learn things too. Everybody wants to know and do certain things, but most people lose focus or they get distracted or they start forgetting to do their daily task or do their daily training, and then they fall off. I do that. You've done that. Everybody's done that. But if you had the ability to stay focused, stay on track, and continually do something day after day, you win just by the sheer fact that the majority of people can't do that. So the battle for your attention, the battle for your concentration is the battle you must win if you want to get pretty much anything done. I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe I have ADD. I don't know. But all I know is that I had a hell of a time paying attention in school. I just could not focus for very long. Whenever I was given a reading assignment, I had to read the book over and over and over again, the same sentence, the same page, the same paragraph, to finally make it stick. It just wasn't getting in there because I just could not keep focused. I realized very quickly that I could not do group projects because everybody was talking, everybody was interjecting, and I could not stay focused. I couldn't feel like I was getting anything done. Group study halls where we're like, oh, let's go study for a test together. I couldn't do that either because it just felt like I was going to get distracted and we were going to start talking and I just couldn't get anything out of it, and then it just felt like wasted time. I realized that my ability to concentrate was compromised, or I just couldn't concentrate in those situations. I couldn't be in a open space with a bunch of people talking, like go to a cafe and learn like some of my friends could go and study in a cafe or read a book in a cafe. Couldn't do it, man. I was too easily distracted by noises and sounds and music or something going on. And so the battle for my concentration, I realized the only way that I was going to be able to pass my classes was that I had to be alone by myself studying, and that's it. I knew that if I wanted to succeed, I had to figure out how to focus. And for some of us, we have to isolate ourselves because we cannot be around other people. Now that I'm older and I'm out of school, now I want to learn new things that serve me, that the teachers aren't telling me to learn, that I want to learn. And the rules still apply, that being distracted, losing focus is a big hindrance to my goals. And it's the same for you. It's the same for everyone. And so there are things that you can do as an adult that will help you focus. One of the things that I've found has really helped me is meditation. Meditation is literally training your brain to focus on your breath, more specifically, mindfulness meditation. And when you get distracted and start thinking about other things, you realize that you've been distracted and then refocus on your breath again. And you keep doing that. And that's literally training your brain to acknowledge you've been distracted and come back to focus. So meditation is incredibly helpful. Mindfulness meditation, very powerful. But just like working out, going to the gym, you need to kind of do it every day or stay consistent, go a long time doing it, maybe take a short break and then come back to it, because concentration really is just a muscle that you train. And just like doing sit-ups or something, if you don't, you kind of get a little bit soft and get a little bit smooth right here, and you don't got a six-pack no more. You gotta make sure that you're staying fit, keeping the fat off, etc. And the same is true for your concentration. You got to be practicing, and meditation helps you do that. Another thing that I've been trying recently is putting on noise-canceling headphones whenever I'm typing out a script for a YouTube video or I'm trying to do some research or editing. Instead of just having, your speakers playing, you have your headphones on, because any noises that are outside, airplanes flying by, cars that are honking, dogs that are barking, anything like that, at least for me, I get distracted. So having those headphones in really helps me focus. Now, a lot of people have been talking about neurotropics, and I really haven't messed with any of those. The only thing I recently started doing as a couple days ago was starting to chew Nicorette gum. Shout out to Alex Hormozy. There's a little bit of nicotine in there, and supposedly it helps people concentrate. It seems to be helping a little bit, but I'm taking the smallest 2 milligram amount, so I may have to up it. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, so it seems a little bit crazy, but I'm just going to experiment with it and see what happens. But different things like that can be helpful. Obviously, you need to be careful about that. I'm not saying you should start chewing nicotine gum or anything like that to concentrate, but lots of people apparently are using it. Another thing that a lot of people have used that I've only sort of flirted with a little bit was microdosing, specifically psychedelics. And that, it's just, for me, it doesn't seem like it's a miracle to me. It doesn't seem to really make me hyper-focused or hyper-creative. I definitely feel the effects. I definitely feel different, but I wouldn't say that it's helping me personally. But, I don't think that it's bad for you as long as you don't have any contraindications like mental illness or something like that. But, that's something to consider. And then finally, there's I would say the heavy hitters like modafinil or Adderall, Ritalin, Vyvanse, and all that shit for ADD, ADHD people. Like, I don't know, man. I have been highly tempted to try that for concentration, and I am absolutely certain that it will help me. But I hear a lot of stories of people getting addicted or having bad side effects. Main thing is that I've heard that for a lot of these smart drugs, your dick stops working, like when you're taking it. And it's like, well, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not necessarily out on the prowl, but I really, I don't know. Maybe for like a month at a time, maybe it might be fine to be having some ED issues, but I don't know. It just seems kind of strange to me. I may try it eventually, but those are some heavy hitters that you really, really, really need to think very carefully before you decide to take that. And I would say, if you can, try all the other methods. I would rather try psychedelics and see if that worked before I would start taking any of that stuff, which I have. So, but if I were you, man, I would not just jump into that like it was nothing. I think the main point for me is concentration is about learning. It's about trying to figure out how to do a skill. It isn't necessarily about getting work done on a day-to-day basis. So for my reasoning and logic is that do whatever it takes to help you concentrate so you can learn a skill. There's an end to that skill. Let's say you take 30 days to learn how to do a particular thing and you really want to just figure this thing out. I would say go ahead, do whatever it takes, be meditating. You should be meditating anyway, but be meditating, chew Nicorette, drink coffee or whatever, isolate yourself, and if you're going to take modafinil or something, fucking go for it and do it for 30 days. But it's because you're learning a skill, and once you've gotten proficient at that skill, you stop taking all the shit. Like, you stop taking all the drugs, and now you have acquired that skill and you continue to do it without taking anything major. That's what I would do that for. But I know there's a lot of people that they have a job that's incredibly demanding. They have an incredibly busy schedule, so they end up taking that every single day just to live, just to exist. And that is something that I wouldn't recommend anybody do that. I would say if you have to take that in order to do your job, you should probably find another job or something, because that just sounds like hell to have to be on drugs in order to perform every day for your job. Nah, bro. But anyway, I feel like the battle for your concentration, the battle for your mind's attention is paramount, and whatever way you're able to do that, through meditation or just practice, being alone, putting headphones on, or trying some different kind of, chemical medicinal aids in order to do that, cool, but just be smart about it. Don't endanger yourself. But it is the secret code to learning and doing anything. Can you concentrate? Can you focus? So if you focus on learning how to focus, everything else is easy.